What do you think about buying properties in regional areas? Because this is something that up until COVID, I never really got asked questions about this at all. But now I get flooded with questions about regional.
Great question.
Look, it is a really interesting question. We've deliberately structured our business to have our buyers agents on the ground in all the major capital cities. We don't buy in regional areas. We don't buy, regional, second tier, rural, mining towns, holiday locations. We don't buy in any of those. And there's real reasons why. And really, the main reasons is, look, you can certainly make money out of buying property in those areas, but there's definitely a lot more risks. Those areas tend to be, the last to go up in value and the first to go down. They tend to be a lot more volatile.
Yeah.
And when we're looking to buy properties, for us, the holy grail is really some of those factors that I've discussed earlier, which is, it's the persistent supply demand imbalance. It is strong land value component, and it's also the past growth, demonstrating strong past growth over the last 25 to 30 years, which I think a lot of those second tier locations are just not able to do. So what we find with those second tier locations, the regional areas, you can make money out of them. They're just a lot more risky. And, we can quote so many examples. I mean, if you look at canal homes in, Burleigh Waters and the Gold Coast, if you look at what happened to prices of that particular type of asset during the GFC, so if you look at where they went from their peak to where they bottomed out, they were really selling for 50% off by the time they reached their bottom. So, and you can point to examples like that in these kinds of locations. So you can make money out of them, but you've just got to be very careful. They're very volatile. And it's for those reasons, I think one of the most important things for our clients is we really want to make sure that they've got a great sleep at night factor. They know they can always get a tenant. They know that their property is safe in terms of during times of economic challenge or economic hardship. And because we're aware that, we're not permeables. Property does move in cycles. It definitely goes through times when it is difficult, and it will again. So we just want to make sure that the clients are safe, they've got the sleep at night factor, and we're always buying properties that have got those, those elements that are going to make it grow over the long term. And it's for those reasons that we don't buy in regional and rural areas.
And Jay, I've got to go on record here for saying this. Okay, right? I just think that the people who have gone out and bought in regional areas during COVID, because all of a sudden you can work from anywhere you want. Like now,
that was the story.
It's okay work from home.
That was the story.
But we're seeing evidence now that these corporates are wanting their employees to come back into the office 2 to 3 days a week. Now these people who have bought in regional areas will struggle with that commute, even if it's just 1 day a week. I mean, 2 days a week, they'll find it almost impossible. And I'm guilty of this. I moved my family to the Southern Highlands, and it's really not that far away. But sitting in an hour in traffic for an hour and a half each way every day was just almost impossible. It was too much. So what I think we'll find in the next downturn, and there will be a downturn in property because there always is, these people have bought in regional areas. That they're going to have to sell their property, and there's going to be no buyers. Yeah, because there's no major employment infrastructure there in these areas. So, of course, you've got all these people that have bought houses, paid a premium for it in some of these locations. They're going to have to sell. So, I think in the next downturn that we see, it's not going to come so much from the capital cities. It's going to come from the regional areas. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but let's wait and see.